Hello all, I hope you're all doing really well. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to your new moon reading in I want to say Capricorn. Capricorn's been coming up a lot lately. I hope you're all doing well. I had my glasses. Where are my glasses? I have to wear these because sometimes I read from the book. I just feel more comfortable, especially with hi Dolphin, hi Jenna, hi Sweeter. We're going to have a look at the new moon energy. So happy new moon to everybody. It happened around 4 p.m. New York Eastern Standard Time. So only a couple of hours ago, okay, on the 16th. 3 hours ago, approximately 3 hours ago. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring some messages. I'm definitely going to use these. I think I said that yesterday. Really being drawn to these cards. And let's see what's here for you all. I'm going to have a look at the main energy, what's in the past. I'm going to do a bit of a Celtic cross with oracle cards. Okay. What's here for the main energy for the new moon in Taurus? And it just happened for me, but it's the 17th here where I am. Okay. So let's see what's for the new moon in Taurus. What do we need to be focusing on? What's the energy right now? So I hope you're feeling like you can bring new things in. I think the main thing is, you know, every time you get out of bed in the morning, put your feet on the floor, and the first thing is to be grateful and have gratitude, okay, for what's coming through. And I do feel there's some sort of fulfillment coming in. Okay, some sort of like a new beginning where you're able to sort of say, I'm going to get my teeth stuck into this now. I'm going to emerge from the darkness, from the cave, from the hermit cave, and, you know, start to action things I've been wanting to do for a long time. Too many cards, Spirit. Please show me one or two. I've got two here. Yeah. So, you know, you could be having, we do have Pluto there, so we just have to acknowledge that. Purification and awakening. Okay, so if you feel like you're not being clear, that came out in the reverse, we want it in the upright. There's something here about getting clear. Now, I watched a video on purification by water, and now the card has come out like literally this morning before I started this reading, and now the card has come out, purification. So there's something here about cleansing your home, your environment, your energy. Especially if you feel like you're not ascending in some sort of spiritual way and you're not getting the answers, or there's some sort of block, because I feel for some there is like a block here, especially because the awakening card came out in the reverse. Now the awakening is the number 5, so you may feel this came out in the reverse, like you're not seeing your shadow side, or you're not having the answers, or you're not getting clear on something, and Spirit's saying there needs to be some cleansing, possibly cord cutting between two people, especially because the shadow self is there. In the reverse, this can be that moon energy, right? Not being clear, not like seeing the way. So you may feel this right now. You may feel like you're just unclear, you're not changing, things aren't moving in your life. And Spirit's saying, and that's why 2 cards came out. Purification by water is good. Using coffee and salt in the bathtub or even in the shower, obviously not boiling hot coffee, but is very good. Immersing in a body of water, I'm going to do that later today to sort of like, you know, clear the energy. Having a ritual, thanking God, thanking your spirit guides for helping you, but you have to ask Spirit for support. I told this story in a private reading I just did before I started my live today. I had a private reading, and I was talking about I was unclear about something all the way forward, and I really wanted an answer, and I just said to Spirit, you know, I need some help with this. I need to know, you know, whether I should blah blah blah. I'm not going to say what I said because that can deflect back, but and then literally the next day I got the sign. Okay, I asked to see a unicorn, and I saw 3 on the side of a building, like a painting. So, you know, you can ask very specifically what you want to envision, what you want to see, whether it's in a dream, whether it's literal. For me, it was literal, to get the answer. So, you know, there is a real need here to open up to your guides. And even if like you don't have time to sit and meditate for like 2 hours a day or even 30 minutes, just ask, you know, gratitude is really important. And then saying to your guides, I need help with this. Can you show me the answer to this by showing me a leopard or a lion or a crow or something, okay? And it may sound silly, but like it really does work. Like crazy, it works. It's really bizarre how it works, but it does. Let's have a look at the potential challenges, okay? So this is where you are right now. Let's have a look at potential challenge. For those coming online, welcome. I will be doing the reading shortly. Jenna will be first, Dolphin, and then we'll move down the list. Please be patient. We're just going to do this collective new moon in Capricorn read, in Taurus. I keep saying Capricorn. So someone could be a Capricorn out there watching. Capricorn rising may be significant in your sign. Let's have a look at that. So we're going to do a Celtic. We're doing a Celtic cross. I always called it a Celtic cross, a Celtic cross. It doesn't really matter how you pronounce it. Possible potential challenge. This could come out in the reverse, I'm feeling. Potential challenge. Yeah, okay. Leadership in the reverse. So you may feel that you're not a beacon for others. Maybe people or YouTube videos or whatever you've watched to say you are a beacon for others, you're a light, you know, your messages are significant to the world, and you have to put yourself out there. There's a lot of that out there, right? 4-4 on the screen, and this is the number 4. Okay, so we've got 444, you could be seeing that. You may feel this is a challenge, like to step into a leadership, or I'm hearing back into a leadership role, maybe a bit of a challenge. You may not be able to see the way because this is that lighthouse, it's in the reverse. So this is a challenge, all right? Let's have a look at the next segment of the reading, which is what you need to focus on. Okay, so that's the challenge. Actually, that goes there. Okay, what does the collective need to focus on then? If the challenge is not seeing the way, if the challenge is feeling like things aren't changing, and even though you may be like doing your spirit, you know, it's a need to continue. You can't just ask for spirit once to show you things or to show you the way. You have to like ask, but not beg, okay? Don't beg, or just ask for help, okay? All right. The next card is what you need to focus on. Anything that makes you feel happy, light, free, childlike. You've got this new beginnings card. It's the number 7, and the 7 is like one of the most spiritual cards in the deck, like in numerology, sorry. So needing to focus on a new beginning. So whatever you have in your mind, it's definitely time to action. Very Aries energy, very much so about actioning something here. Being open to new possibilities and new beginnings, trying new things, very Page energy, okay? Let's have a look at your past. Something could have happened in the recent past that's been very difficult. I know we had a lot of like difficult astrology in March, April, and even mid through to now. We also have Pluto there, which can bring up a lot of things about past energy. Past, we have not being accepted. Not being accepted, look at these, has come out in reverse. Feeling not like you can't be accepted by others, or even not accepting yourself. Feel like you have the passion that you possibly had, or the plans that you had even in 2025, like maybe that's lost. There's been like a disturbance in the force, I'm hearing. So that's possibly what you've been feeling. And you've been feeling like it's really hard to move into that new beginning, and Spirit's saying to focus on anything that makes you feel childlike, that makes you feel fun, happy, and free right now, so that you can sort of like inch your way into the new beginning, or inch your way into some sort of healing where, you know, if others don't accept you, guys, I've had to deal with this. If others don't accept you and they want you to lose your passion, right? So this is very dark energy here with the past. People didn't accept you in the past. They didn't want you to succeed. They didn't want you to progress and move forward. And in some capacity, it stole something here in regards to your spiritual awakening. So the only way we can get over this is to purify ourselves, okay? Our homes, our office space, ourselves, through sage, through salt, through purification by water, and to continue talking to your guides, okay? And to be childlike where you can, all right? To have fun where you can, to see the, like, I'm hearing like, to always look on the bright side of life. I know that's like a really hard thing to do a lot of the time. Let's have a look at your strengths. What are your current strengths? I hope you're enjoying this reading, guys. What are your strengths? Okay. Strength is beauty. So this is your appreciation of nature. This is your strength. Like, you appreciate beauty in life. You do appreciate that. It may be hard to push through and to feel like, you know, with the changes that are going on, that you can see the way, right? The lighthouse. But what is good right now with your strength is that you see the beauty in all things. Okay, you do look on the bright side of life, and you are grateful for like what is in front of you and the possibilities that can come your way. Okay, let's have a look at suggested approach. What's the suggested approach to being that leader, being the beacon for others, seeing the light, apart from, of course, talking to your guides and getting the answers you need through signs and synchronicities? The suggested approach. What's the suggested approach? Wisdom. Use wisdom. This is from the past. This is having clarity as well, because in the animal spirit deck, the owl spirit is all about seeing clearly. So there's a need to really like sift your mind through the muddled thoughts and through that monkey mind, and to use wisdom and knowledge from the past and be wise. Especially with family, I'm going to say especially with family, all right? Especially if there's any issues with family. What do you need to know? What do you need to know the most? What do you need to know the most? Compassion. It's really, there's that wolf spirit, okay? It's really important, like that if there's a divine detour, because like the spirit animal of the wolf is about divine detours. Give compassion to others and yourself in the fact that things aren't always like, in your opinion, going your way, okay? Because the problem with it, we have an ego, we all have an ego, and we think things should play out a certain way, or people should be a certain way, and they don't, okay, or they're not. And this could really hurt us and upset us, and people in our family or friends or even partners can really hurt us and upset us. And know that the divine detour, actually the divine detour is the coyote spirit, but I'm still getting that divine detour. Have compassion on yourself and to others with how, like, the cards that you're being dealt right now, or the way others are being right now, okay? There is like wisdom in everything. This is part of their soul journey, it's part of your soul journey, and to have that understanding of that, okay? So that's what you need to know. What are your hopes and fears? Hopes and fears, or both. Hopes and or fears, Spirit, please. Hopes and or fears. Hopes and or fears. Okay, sanctuary. So, okay, so this is a double-edged. This is like you're hoping that things will just be peaceful. Very Virgo energy, that you can, like, through spiritual practice, through talking to your guides, you will get the answers. So that's sort of like a hope. A fear is that you'll be alone. So just know that you are never alone. But there's a fear of losing here with sanctuary. There's a fear of like being losing everything, okay? But you're hoping that, like, even if you do, there's peace in your life, okay? So sometimes it's better just to have peace than to have a lot of people around you that are not conducive with your energy, that are not equal with your, like, with you, and not giving of their time and energy. Okay, let's look at potential future in the next 4 weeks, or at least the next 2 weeks between now and the next full moon, which is the blue moon on the 31st of May. Let's have a look. Potential out. Oh, now that's really strange. I've got an animal spirit. Now, I never saw that. I don't know if any of you saw that while I was shuffling. What's this? Know your worth. Know your worth. So that's definitely a message. That snuck its way into that deck. I don't know how, but it did. Okay. Potential outcome. If you follow Spirit's advice here, I'm doing a huge cord cutting today. I'm doing lots of like cleansing of my home and meditation, and it's Sunday where I am, so hopefully you can do that tomorrow. Potential outcome, whatever comes through, that came out, but I just wanted to, it didn't fall, but it sort of like showed itself in the deck. Whatever you do, do it with grace and gratitude. That came through there. This is the potential outcome. Okay, potential outcome is communication. All right. So not having the fear. This little girl here, she doesn't have the fear of talking in this lion's ear, and having the strength. Okay, so this is your potential outcome. That communication will shine light. Look at that light above the dark clouds ahead. By communicating possibly with another person, communicating with spirit, you're going to get the answers you need. What you don't see coming is at the bottom of the deck, the last card. Wow, power, the elephant spirit. Again, wisdom, energy, learning from the past. The elephant spirit is learn from the past mistakes or failures as you see them. The power card is the number 40, which breaks down to a 4, which is about stability, security, solidity, safety. And this reminds me, like, this is like family as well. Elephants are very matriarchal, like, and the elephant, like, they look after the whole tribe, the whole herd of elephants. Is it herd? Look after the babies, yeah. They all protect the babies, the mothers there, but their aunties, and they all sort of like look after the babies. So that may be significant to someone. But this is what you're stepping into, personal power, very panther spirit as well. Okay, that was your reading. If you have donated, please let me know. I haven't looked at the chat, so sort of going back through it. I still have an arm problem, guys. Oh, Crow's Nest donated, I can just see that. Crow's Nest, post your question. Hi Ermel, hi everyone jumping on. I hope it's a lovely Saturday evening for you. It has the new moon just has happened in Taurus at 4 p.m. New York Eastern Standard Time. If you're watching from the Southern Hemisphere, it's also happened, but it's the 17th, right? So that's where I am. What is coming in general? So I've just reshuffled those cards, but I'm not going to use them. I'm actually seeing a deck that I don't have on the table, so we will. Okay, let's have a look. Spirit, please bring me forward, message for Jessica. Okay, Jessica, let's have a look at your. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot, clarifying with the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Okay, it's your main energy right now. Let's have a look at your main energy right now. Okay, before I move forward with your reading, I'm just going to do something quickly because it's annoying me. I have to keep opening my device to get the Celtic Cross, and I haven't used the Celtic Cross for a long time. So Spirit wants me to use it, so what I'm going to do is I just need to write it down because I haven't used it for so long. I've sort of forgotten each point or area. So I'm just gonna, we've got a little card here. So I've got some cards I bought yesterday to write down like particular spreads that I like, so I don't have to remember. So I've got a little card here, so just bear with me. I'm just gonna, then mine, then yours. Jenna is donated reading. Okay, let's have a look. So we've got Okay, thank you for waiting. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just going to put that there. I've got more. It's a lot easier for me to do it like that. Okay. Let's have a look at where you are right now. Okay, where are you right now, Crow's Nest? Okay, Crow's Nest, Jessica, where are you right now, Jessica? Your energy, your current energy, then we're going to look at potential and challenge, or challenge. So we've got the universe. So this is the world card. This is beautiful. So this is a card of collective community. It's definitely a card of ending a cycle. You feel something is closing out or closing down. You are very positive. I do feel that you're very, like, you have a lot of faith, and you have a lot of faith that Spirit is supporting you and helping you. So this is a really positive energy. Like, this is where you are right now in your life. Okay, let's have a look at potential or challenge. I like to say, what's going to hinder or help you with the ending, the new beginning? There could be something you're doing online as well, like with the collective. You could have a channel, or you could be talking to a lot of people in your community at the moment, like where you are, where you live. You could have a lot of social engagements as well. Wisdom. Okay, so we have the Hierophant energy, so there definitely could be something going on with your work. We will clarify these, okay? There could be something going on with work or family or some sort of commitment. And you're worried with the changes and the new beginning that you're going to be able to commit yourself to this thing and carry it through. It's almost like going to college or university and applying for a course and going, yeah, I want changes, this is my new beginning, and then you're doubting possibly, or you're saying, yes, I'm committed to this thing, okay? I'm going to be committed to it, and I'm going to push forward. But I'm also hearing curveball. So maybe you're worried that some curveball is going to come up to stop you from your path, or something's going to get in your way. Let's have a look at your focus, partnerships and alliances. I really like this. 3 of Wands. So with this new move forward, with this new transition forward into your new cycle, and you do have a lot of changes coming up, by the way, and they're not like change, the number 5 in any tarot deck, whether it's a minor arcana or a major, there can be a challenge with the number 5, because it encompasses change, and with change can be challenged because we're learning something new, we're meeting someone new, we're doing something different. Okay, so let me know if this makes sense to you. Partnership and alliances is what you need to focus on. Who can support you and help you, either at your work. I do feel this is either career or study. Okay, let's have a look at the past, recent past or past energy, and this is what you've moved away from. Okay, you've been patient. You've been very patient. You've had a lot of faith in Spirit. You've got the High Priestess energy, and you've got the Temperance card. Okay, Sagittarius and Pisces. But this is about, like, you've been very patient. You've been patient with yourself. You've been patient with Spirit in the past, and now you're getting this new beginning, but Spirit is asking you to commit to it. Okay, Saturn still is in the fray. I know Saturn is like, he's our best friend and our worst enemy, but you are being asked to commit yourself to something here, but others can support you. Okay, so the past, you've been patient, you've had a lot of faith. Really nice, and you still have that. Let's look at your strength. What is Jessica's strength? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, you know what you want. That's your strength. You know what's going to make you feel satisfied and fulfilled, and this could even be like in a love relationship or anything to do with your emotions. You know what you want, and you know what you don't want. Okay, so you know, a lot of the time knowing what we don't want is more important than knowing what we want, if that makes sense. Okay, let's have a look at suggested approach to this change, whether it's work, career, whether it's study, whether it's business. I do feel it's more like that. It's more like of a personal thing you want to do or complete, or you know, what you want to go after. Okay, oh, too many cards. Well, you know what you don't want. You definitely don't know what you don't want. What's the suggested approach to this? Sacrifice. Oh, okay. So we've got the Hanged Man energy. Pisces again. You know where you're moving towards. You definitely know what you want with that rainbow being here. but there's still an element of using the patience that you had in the past with the Sagittarius energy, to continue with that, to not get frustrated because things don't always go your way. So it's important that you see things and see things from others' perspective. So this could be to do with, I'm picking up here, like love relationships, needing to be more open to other people, like your partner's approach, if you're partnered or if you're looking for a person, to be more open there. Okay, let's have a look at what you need to know the most. What does Jessica need to know the most? Yeah, you are going to have a new beginning, and there's a real need to think positively about that, and there's that passion ignited. So if you're looking for a new person or you're wanting a relationship in your life, it's coming in. If you're wanting to pursue a project, discipline is required, right, with the changes and with the new starts, whatever it is, whether it's a job, business, person, whatever. Spirit's saying to get excited about it. Okay, so that's what you need to know. As long as you keep that excitement and passion up, then you're gonna, you know, it's gonna be all good. Let's have a look at your hopes or fears, or both. You're worried that things aren't going to move fast enough towards your complete, like towards your goal. So you do have like a plan. It could be a financial plan, but it's definitely like we've got Aquarius energy. Like you're worried that it's like what you want won't pay off. You've got the star, and then you've got that star. So your eyes are really fixated on something or someone here, and you're worried because this is also about fears as well as hopes. You're hoping that it will, and you're worried that it won't. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Hi, Debbie. Okay, let's have a look at the potential future. Potential future. I say potential because like we can change the trajectory of our life in a second, right? By what we do, what we say, whatever. So you have Scorpionic energy. You have a lot of majors. There's a lot of changes going on, really important, significant changes. And your potential future is definitely transformation. You are changing. I'm going to clarify that card. What you don't see coming is at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, and it's the Two of Cups. So you either have an idea that you have a spiritual connection with a person, or if you're single, you're getting some sort of clarity and awakening, the Magician. And this is about creating. So there's not only material and business or financial changes, there's changes coming with relationships. Okay, really nice. Let's just clarify this potential future card, and then we'll move to the next person. If anyone wants to donate, I really appreciate your donations. It really helps me out. I want to go buy a carnelian crystal this afternoon, this evening, because, you know, carnelian is about confidence and leadership, but it's also protection. All crystals are protection, right? And those donations really help with things like that, okay? Yeah, this is just clarifying it, okay? You can create anything, Jessica. You have been patient, you have a lot of spiritual faith, and you are changing, and things are changing in all areas. I'm going to say especially career, work, business, study or love, okay? A lot of changes going on. So I have to look back. I don't know who was the first on the list. I don't think I have anyone here. Sweeter is first, then Jenna, and then Dolphin. I'm going to make a bit of a rudimentary list. I'll go get my paper. I'm not very organized on my guys this morning. Like I write a shopping list for what I need to buy, but I'm not very organized. Actually, while I'm here, I'll just write down a couple of things that I know I need to buy. Okay, so Sweeter, Jenna, Dolphin. We've got Chetna, or Chetna. Just saying hello to everybody while I'm writing down. Stella, hi. Amos, hi Amos, how are you? If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate that. European Song Contest, okay. I don't think I've ever watched that in my life, but good to know. Logan, hi Logan. Yeah, there's a few people on that are new. We've got VLEW, Blessings, hi Blessings. So we've got a lot of people on the list. Happy new moon, everyone. Ermel, hi Ermel. Sweeter General, okay. Jenna, yeah, I've got you on the list. Jamie, hi Jamie. Oh, I do have a moderator. Hi Jamie. Debbie. Yeah, so we've got quite a lot of people today on the list, and you're all welcome here. Like I said, everyone that's on the chat is on the list, so please don't ask again. Okay, if anyone else comes on, they probably won't get their reading today because I've got a long list here. Let's have a look at Sweeters General. Let's have a look at Sweeters General. Just going to give the cards a bit of a shuffle. You've got to make a decision, Sweeter. Moving away, traveling. Something about a car. I'm getting that Tracy Chapman song. We got a fast car, fast enough that we can drive away. I gotta make a decision. Live and die this way. That song. I'm sure a lot of you do know it. Okay. Where are you right now in your energy, sweeter? Please clarify by talking to me when I'm doing your reading that it's resonating or not. Where are you right now, sweeter, in your energy? Pushing through something, needing to push through something. Three of Cups, really nice energy here. So this is socializing, getting together with family, friends, possibly you're doing this or you're doing this weekend. The number 3 is really significant in this card. It's just really sticking out to me. Pisces energy, March energy, or even April. You could be thinking about something that happened around that time as well, okay? There could be someone having a birthday. If this is you, happy birthday, okay? Yeah, there's something about an award here or receiving something as well, like receiving accolades from your boss or receiving some sort of recognition here. I do feel it's like work related. I feel like you may be going out with people at work, or someone's having a celebration, or you're having the celebration. But people are celebrating you. You're celebrating life too right now. So this is really, really nice. Okay, thank you, Jamie. All right, let's have a look at hindrance or help in regards to the 3 of Cups. I want you to do things in moderation as well. Just be careful with alcohol intake if you drink. All right, you've got the authority in the reverse. I do feel this is boss type energy. You may be worried about something your boss said or the way they think about you. This could also be a father figure in the same capacity, worried about that. This card of March and April is really significant. So something could have happened at your work or with your father, if your father's still around, or someone in authority. It can even be a lover, okay? But I'm not picking up love. I'm picking up like you're possibly worried that you can take this challenge on. Does that make sense, sweeter? There's some sort of challenge or some sort of reward or recognition you're getting, and you're worried that you can follow through with it. It's like when you get a promotion at work. This is how I can explain it, and this may have happened to you, but it's like you've promised someone, oh, okay, so you've promised someone something and you're worried that you can follow it through. All right, so what have you promised that you're worried you can't follow through or stick to or make secure or be good at, okay? Let's have a look at what's your focus. Please let me know if this is resonating, sweetheart. I appreciate it. What's your focus right now? What does Spirit want your focus to be? Okay, just take these messages, sweetheart, because these may be messages that like are coming up in the next 7 days. Okay, I'm going to just say 7 days, probably not much like more than that, okay, because this is current energy. So you've got, your focus needs to be on believing you can create whatever you want. Maybe you've been doubting yourself. Maybe you've been like, I can't do this, or how am I going to start this website, or how am I going to start this friendship, or how am I going to start looking for somebody new. And Spirit's saying, like, to open up your crown chakra here, you possibly, you definitely need to meditate more. You need to ask your spirit guides to show you signs and synchronicities about the questions that you have. There's also something here about world events, or like being concerned about like what's on the news, so just be careful. 1111 on the screen just then. So you could be seeing wands everywhere, right? But this is like Spirit trying to tell you to focus on your crown chakra and know that not only the answers are within you, but the answers are like, you have to ask your guides for answers to things if you've got queries, questions. Okay, let's have a look at your past, which is like what's behind you. So we've got balance. Okay, so it may have been very, very difficult to understand what you want, to be fair in some sort of situation. You could have been dealing with a Libra, you could be the Libra, to get balanced, to know that you are the creator. So there's this like creation energy where like you've really doubted yourself in the past that you can begin something or be good at something, and Spirit's saying you need to ask Spirit for help, ask others for help, and also believe in yourself more. So there's a big believing in yourself more about something. If you want to ask a specific question, guys, ask a specific question. Otherwise, these will be energy readings, if that makes sense. Let's look at your strength, patience, temperance energy. So having that patience. So you've got 4 majors out of these 5 cards. So you've got Libra, Aries, Sagittarius, and Virgo, and Gemini. So like this is a big deal with changes that are going on in your life, but I do feel with the rejoice and celebration in the middle, I think that there's something that you are happy about, there's something you're celebrating now. Okay, that was your reading. Guys, if you don't talk to me when I'm doing your reading, the reading will be cut short, okay? And I just want whether it resonates or not as well. So just to let you know that, okay? Call Catherine, I'll put you on the list, even though I'm not sure whether I'll get to everybody today because we have a long list. Jenna, post your question. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, I really appreciate it. If you do donate, you will be next in line, okay? Can I get a reading on what is to come from a relationship with Zach? We've been dating for 4 months. Let's use the Rider-Waite-Smith deck for this question. Recent past. I like doing past, present and future more so over the Celtic cross, so I think that I'll just stick to past, present, future today. I'm just being called to do so until I meditate more on that Celtic cross that I've got there. Okay. Recent past with Zach, present, future. Recent past with Zach, present and future. Has there been an argument? And it may not be an argument, it may be a difference of opinion, and I just feel this, like, he said something, definitely him to you, and you're like, really, you feel that way? It could be about something going on in the world. It may not be about your literal relationship. It may be like his opinion or ethics on a particular subject, and you're surprised. I'm getting that for your past. Or you're like, really, do you think that way? Or do you feel that way? Or like there's something you didn't know about him, you're learning. But that's okay, because you're learning, like you're getting to know each other still. 4 months isn't like a huge amount of time. Okay, let's have a look and see. Recent past. David, I'm picking up the name David as well. Recent past, 9 of Swords. The Moon. There's a lot of fear here. I feel it's on your part. Like fear that this won't work, fear that it won't turn out, fear of like falling in love, fear of opening your emotions, because you're worried of definitely abandonment. All right, I think there's something here definitely in regards to abandonment. You're worried that, you know, a past is going to repeat itself. There's something about a lesson being learned. I'm seeing the elephant spirit. Let's see what comes out. There's a need to be in the present moment. We've got the hummingbird spirit there. And there's some sort of healing that you haven't processed. And it's definitely abandonment issues. Okay, 100%. So if you're dealing with this, and I feel like I want to start speaking softly to you like a psychiatrist or a psychologist would, there's definitely a need to heal, and I'm feeling it's more with mother energies or like mother wounds than it is father wounds, okay? I was having this conversation with my mum last night. She lives in the UK, and I called her. We had like an hour conversation about like how the mother is always been portrayed as the victim, and it's the mother's fault. And it really, if you think about it, it does in a lot of like situations. Men, and sorry if there's any masculines watching, and this isn't obviously across the board for everybody, but men seem to get like away with things like it's never the father's fault, it's always the mother. So there's something there for that, okay? So there's definitely fear or fears of abandonment. Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo energy. Okay, the Queen of Swords in the reverse. And I feel it needs to be in the reverse. I do feel this is your energy. Like you want everything. You want to have a home. You want to have a family. You want to get married. You want children. Or if you have, you want more possibly. And you're not like, there's something you feel you're not seeing or grasping with the relationship, and you're really unsure. Okay, Debbie, there is a PayPal link below, darling, in the description. I only use PayPal. I don't use anything else. I can have super thanks, but I don't want it because like YouTube gets like 30% of, and it's like, why? Okay, I suppose that's how they make their money. Right, current energy, Libra, right in the upright, right in the center of your reading. We've got needing communication, wanting to be more balanced, like you're wanting more communication. You're still like learning about each other. You're still getting to know each other here. There is some mistrust, but that might come from this abandonment and this mother energy in the reverse. So let me know if that makes sense, okay? All right. So what else do we have? Because this is about your relationship, so we're not talking about your work journey right now. So, yeah. Libra, we've got Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, we've got Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Virgo. Let's see what we have here. We have the Six of Swords. Now that wanted to come out before. I think you're getting clearer, but it may have to come down to a communication with him, right? You may want to really like say, you know, I'm feeling uncertain. It may be like there's a maturity here because of the Queen of Swords, because of the like Justice card. I know we've just got to know each other. There's something about the number 5 or at the 5th month mark, things are going to be a lot clearer for you. Okay, and it could have a lot to do with like having a certain conversation, right? And I wouldn't push the conversation. The Page of Pentacles like knows when the right time is to learn something or do something. So, but what with this conversation is gonna like, it's definitely like at the 5 or 6 month period. I wouldn't have this conversation. Remember, we got the hummingbird spirit, which is like be in the present, be grateful for what you have right now. Continue to get to know each other. Continue to work on your fears and your healing in regards to possibly a mother energy. Okay, so just let me know if the mother energy makes sense, only because when I get downloads in spirit, I'd like to have feedback from the client to say like, yeah, I did have issues with my mom, or yeah, I have mother issues. They may be deeply buried though, with the moon being there, subconscious. But like I said, with the conversation that you're going to have, I would wait to have this conversation, right? I would wait. I'd wait for another few weeks, okay? But it will like be beneficial. Let's have a look at near future. Dolphin, you are next. If anyone did donate, please let me know. Near future, Sagittarius, Leo. So this is a power card. Like this is someone others look up to. They're very charismatic. They're very, very charming. Okay. There's possible. Okay, let me just pull out another couple of cards. Recent or near future, sorry. The Tower. I was going to say there could be some sort of conflict here. I didn't want to say it because I wanted to pull out the cards. It could be to do with a family situation or you butting heads about something to do with family. There could be cultural differences as well. That's possible. Why is the Tower here for the near future? This could be a beautiful Tower. Okay. The Three of Wands. The bottom of the deck, Spirit saying, is the Fool. So something's allowing you. Okay, near future, I do feel a trip would be very, very good for you. Okay, you and him, like the relationship, to go away and to get out of the house or the town you live in so you can really truly be yourselves. There's something here where you're talking about moving out together. You're talking about definitely travel and we're talking about moving out together, and I think it has the Nine of Pentacles and being like an independent couple. So I actually really do see a really bright future here. There's a huge change coming up. Okay, trip's definitely going to be really good for you. So if you're thinking about doing that, definitely do it. And you could even be thinking about moving in together, like literally moving in together. That was your reading. Dolphin, you are next. Amos, you are on the list. Please be patient. You're a little bit further down the list. If anyone wants to donate, you can do so through the PayPal link in the description, and that will guarantee your reading today, and it will be next. Okay. Dolphin, when do you see a serious relationship? Okay, let's have a look, Dolphin. Any relationship question. We'll do past, present, future again. I just saw the Lovers when I was shuffling just then. Okay. Thank you, Jamie. What does GTSYA? I'm so useless with these acronyms. And I don't know whether it's because I'm Gen X or what. I don't know. All right, let's have a look. Okay, Debbie donated, so Debbie. No, you don't have to pay, Amos. Like you are on the free list, but you're 5th down. So if you don't want to wait, you can donate, and I'll do yours next after Debbie's. But it's up to you, okay? So if you want to wait, or if you've got time to hang around and wait, it may be another half an hour to an hour to do your reading, okay? Right, Debbie, post your question. Please hold on, Dolphin, with your question. We're going to go to Debbie first. Debbie, would you prefer, I want to ask you if you want particular cards. I forgot to put my EMF meter on, so we're going to do that. Bit of like prop energy going on here. Bit of fun here. Okay. All right. Okay, Debbie, post your question. Thank you, Amos. I appreciate that. So you are 1, 2, 3, 4. You're the 5th person on the list. So it will be about an hour till you get your question. But if I do call you and you're not there, I will move to the next person. All right. So that was your answer. The cards are definitely ready for Debbie. I'm waiting for Debbie's question. And Debbie, if you want any particular cards, let me know. Although I always use the Rider-Waite-Smith to sort of like clarify anyway. There's something here about, I just got a vision, Debbie, for you, and it was about art. Hi, Ashish, I'll put you on the list now. Okay. Thank you, Jamie. I'm just waiting for Debbie's question. So I don't know whether you, okay, there's something here. I'm seeing you like in a thrift shop, or you're out and about, or you're literally going to a marketplace, and there's a painting or a picture, okay? So Muskan, you're on the list. You're on the list, but you're really far down, so I'm not sure if I'll get your reading to you today. Thank you, Debbie. I need your question. So I see art or pictures or paintings, or you're purchasing a secondhand painting or a new painting, and there's something here about a painting, definitely, okay? So like I just visually saw you looking at pictures or paintings. I don't know if that means anything to you. Maybe you're gonna see something and you're like, oh, I really like that, that'll look amazing in my home, whatever. I need your question, Debbie. Ashish, you're further down the list, my friend. You're like 7th or 8th. Hi, Elaine. How are you? Lovely. I'm still waiting for Debbie's question. I don't understand why she hasn't sent it through. I need to know that you're there, Debbie. I don't know where you've gone to, but I need your question. What's dead? Is there still love in the no contact situation? Who's this person's name? If you can let me know. Let's have a look at recent past. I hope you got the message about the art. I do see you buying a painting or seeing a picture you really, really love. Okay, so there's something special about the picture. It could have a female element to it as well. There could be a woman in the picture. All right, I'm not talking about the relationship. I'm not talking about the relationship. Recent past. You did what? I did what? You did post your question, or is there still love in the no contact situation? I think YouTube held it to look at it, okay, and then just repost, like put it on there because it wasn't there before. Okay. Recent past. Recent past. Recent past energy. If you can tell me this person's name, it would really support the reading. Yeah, you thought something was going to happen. You thought something was going to work out. Wheel of Fortune in the upright is like good luck coming your way, a happy turn of events, right? But then it didn't work out that way. So why didn't it work out that way, Spirit? What happened here? You put the work in. I do feel that you really put the work in. I saw your question, Debbie. Thank you. I have it now. They could be a Sag. There's something imbalanced on an emotional level about this person, or they're just really focused on their job, or they're not like emotionally open as much as you would like them to have been, or there's like something about a waiting game, because the Temperance is divine timing, and it's fallen on the side with the King of Pentacles. So this person could be super focused on like their work, their career. You know, it could have, you felt that it could have meant more to them, or it means more to them than like building a relationship with you. Like it's like it didn't work out, and they could have been emotionally not open or not ready. I see your question, Debbie. Thank you. Please clarify with this whether this is making sense or not. So there's something you're being on guard about here. You've been guarded. This person's not been very open. They could have been controlling. It's showing up. I've got it, Debbie. Please now clarify the reading. Okay. Okay, there's something about trust issues here in the recent past as well. You're not trusting this person. I feel it's more so you're not trusting them. They could be quite affluent, like they could have money. They could like have their own business. But there's like a real closed energy. You could have been like really, they could be at a distance. You could be reaching out via internet, or have been reaching out via social media in the recent past, which made you happy. Like I do feel there's like an emotionally closing down, a lot of focus put on his career and not necessarily on being ready maybe for a relationship. Okay, definitely some sort of like, it didn't work out. Maybe you did, yeah, it didn't work out. The Judgment in the reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Right, let's look at present. Present, 5 of Wands in the reverse. Like you don't want this conflict with the person, but you definitely don't want it within your own energy. You want to be sure. There's something about being sure. You want to be sure how they feel. You want them to be sure if you're going to have a relationship with them. So there's something here about surety. Ace of Wands, you still have a lot of passion for this person. And I feel that they do for you. Like you're really attracted to each other. Okay, really attracted to each other. Yeah, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. So you're willing to put in the work, put the conflict aside that you've had in the past, and start afresh. Start again. Thank you, Elaine. What else is here? 10 of Cups. Yeah, you want peace, you want happiness, you want to rebuild here. The aces, the two aces that I was just shown, is a rebuilding. So you're willing to put the hard work in, you're willing to start from scratch. Whatever conflict, chaos, whatever energies that have been deceptive or not trusting, you want to sort of put that aside, and you may have wanted to or been communicating this with them. Let's just start again. Let's just see how it goes, okay? So let's see what his energy is. What does he want? What's his intentions? Is there possibility for connection? Again. Three of Wands. Yeah, there is. I do feel this person's definitely at a distance with the Three of Wands. They do, or they have thought about ending the connection. They may have the trust issues. It may be them. All right, but I do feel they're willing to put the hard work in. I've seen the Eight of Pentacles twice, which can actually be twin flame energy, I'm just going to say. So it'd be interesting to see if that comes out. Yeah, they're traveling towards you, or you're traveling towards them. Page of Wands. So there's definitely connection, and it has a lot to do with passion. It's got a lot to do with passion. It's got a lot to do with, like, the fire in my loins, Spirit saying, oh, Spirit, you say crazy things, very old-fashioned, oldie-worldy things. The fire in my belly, the fire in my loins. That's what I'm getting here. So there's like a pull to each other, like on a sexual level. All right. What else is here? So he really, yeah, he really could be a fire sign. Could be a Sag. But it doesn't really matter what sign he is. There's definitely, you're coming together. Look at this. You're both coming together because of the attraction, the magnetic pull here. Look at you both coming towards each other. Okay. There needs to be a Spirit saying initiation. Okay, give me some, yeah, there's a lot of sexual energy here. Okay, the Devil. So that, which isn't bad, and the Devil card isn't a bad card. So I need to like know what, with the animal spirit cards, I need to know, spirits, what's your next move? What is Debbie's next move? We're going to go to Elaine next, guys. So if you're on the free list, please be patient. Otherwise, you can wait. Okay. Yeah, there's something about being fearless and bold, and it's actually a really good time right now to contact him. All right. Be bold. Like, make the first move, this is saying. Be fearless and bold. Now is the lucky time to do so. And step into your power. You could see him at night or contact him at night. We've got the Reclaim Your Power at the bottom of the deck. I actually do feel this is a really cool, really nice reading. I feel that in the past things have been misconstrued, or things were misinterpreted, or there's something there that just didn't move forward. But I feel it's the time to do it. All right. Okay. We want to get rid of the Devil energy at the bottom of the deck. Let's just put it in the middle. Okay, Jamie, thank you. And Elaine, post your question. Let me know what happens. Send me an email, Debbie. All right. Oh, my arm is fucking killing me. Sorry, guys. I took like a painkiller, which there's really strong painkillers, and I think it's helped a little bit. But I'm just in so much pain, like on a 24-hour basis. Like, I wake up in pain, I go to bed with pain. I stopped taking painkillers because like 2 months on painkillers, it's just really bad for the body, right? Prescription medicine as well. So I stopped it and just had to sort of like putting balsam, and doing my physiotherapy is so painful. It's so painful. But you know, that's what I've got to do. Okay. General energy. Thank you, Jamie. General energy. I will be, if you missed the, and Elaine, I know you missed it, the collective at the beginning of the live. I think I came on at like 3 minutes. I put it on live, and then I came on at 3 minutes or something like that. Or I'll look at that later, and I'll put that in the timestamp, but go ahead and look at that. Also, Monday's reading will be out tonight, okay? So as soon as this live is finished, I'll be doing a Monday read and posting that tomorrow morning for you guys, so you can wake up with those, okay? And those readings will be released at 6 a.m. New York Eastern Standard Time every day. And we did also weekend reads on the live. I don't know whether you were here, Elaine, I can't remember, but the weekend readings, guys, are on yesterday's live and they're timestamped. So go ahead and look at those. They're like only 5 minutes for your sun, moon, rising. Okay. Okay, Muskan, you can wait on the list, but it will be a good hour or even an hour and a half till you get your reading. Okay. If you want to pay, it's $5 US, and you will be next after Elaine. Okay, general reading. Recent past, the Star, and the 5 of Wands in the reverse. Really nice. Yeah, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, sorry. You got clarity on something recently. And it's either changed something in the way you think about something, perceive something, approach something, and this can be just like mentally. You could have also like released yourself from energetically a group of people. You could have been doing some cord cutting, or if you haven't, you haven't, but it'd be good to do that if you really want to release someone. You've been very clear. Now this can be about a project moving forward. You've got a huge amount of clarity with the Ace of Swords here. Okay, so I don't know what this is about. It could have been a career project, it could be a person, but there's something you've been you've gotten really clear about here, which is really good, right? You've been following your dreams, you've been patient, you've been persistent. I want to pull a middle card of this deck for some reason. Yeah, you've trusted in the unknown. So there could be something about a spiritual thing here. Let's have a look. What else? Yeah, perception. What did I say? Like, you've dreamed something into being. Like, there's something like you've seen something and believed it now. Like, you know that saying, I've got to believe it, I've got to see it to believe it. It's that sort of energy. You have seen something clearly. Either about like how you need to move in the world, how you need to perceive things differently. I'm working on my perception, because as well, everyone else has got their own perception. I'm not going to get into this right now, but everyone's got their own perception about what you say, what you do, how you're viewed, right? And we've also got our perception about others. And it's really important to sometimes going, am I perceiving that for a reason because of guilt or blame or shame or past mistakes or unhidden, unconscious healing I've got to do? So there's something here about your perception, okay? Let's have a look at present energy. Page of Swords. You're starting to get interested and curious about how your mind works. Okay, this is about how your mind works, how you can perceive things in more positive ways, even though other people may perceive you as a certain way and it may not be very polite or positive sometimes. Okay, you're like, well, I'm not going to be like everyone else, right? I'm going to be more open to other people's, yeah, that's a clarification. So I'm going to be more open to other people's like opinions and beliefs. I'm not going to be unfair, right? So you got the Justice card. This is really nice. So I'm going to be balancing my energy. I'm going to give people the time of day. I'm going to try and understand where others are coming from, and you know, people like how they, you know, act. There's something here about you understanding that everyone's had their different story and soul path. So there's a really strong understanding of like, I'm also hearing you're the leader, you're the beacon, and that like lighthouse, there's a leadership card in this. Let's see if that comes out. Yeah, you're moving like more in silence as you're doing your healing. There's a lot of maturity here, spiritual maturity. Okay, show me a card, Spirit, please, for Elaine. Yes, clarify this. Yeah, and it's moving you. Oh wow, it's moving you. You've got awakening at the bottom of the deck. It's moving you to understand your purpose, understand others, understand why you're here. Look at your shadow side and not be afraid of it. Fear is not real. And this is beginning a new cycle of abundance and fulfillment. 9 of Cups, Magician energy, right? So this is really, really nice. Okay. What else do we have? Post your second question. Wow. Yeah, because you're being spiritually led and you have a lot of faith and trust that Spirit is showing you signs, synchronicities, dreams. You know now what you need to do. You've had a spiritual awakening. You've had a spiritual awakening where you're able to perceive you're able to look at yourself from a higher self perspective to your human self and understand your purpose and understand others' role in that purpose. Okay, really nice, really nice. Woohoo! Let's do it. Let's do it, Spirit, saying. What's your second question? Thank you, Elaine. That's all I need. Like Elaine's putting yes, thank you, whatever in the feed. It really supports the energy to come through. That's just how it works. That's how I work. Okay. And you may be getting a message like I just did, and sometimes things like that happen. Like especially when I'm on and like I get a message or something, like the message may be significant, and that's sort of like you're gonna get an answer to something. General love, I feel like love is coming. Let's have a look. We're going to continue to use the Rider-Waite-Smith. Let's keep it simple. If you want to, like, I'm going to pull from the wisdom deck as well, because I do feel there's something here. So I'm going to put it in your view so you can see me splitting it. Just going to give it a shuffle. You are being gifted something here. Okay, let's just split the deck. Peace. What else do we have, Spirit? All that glitters. So just be careful. I don't think there's a problem for you. I think that you have elevated yourself enough on a spiritual level that you know you can see through other people's masks. So that tells me that you may come across people as you're looking for love, or as love is wanting to come into your life. I'm getting a lot of messages actually for you that that you'll be able to see if anyone's hiding anything or anyone isn't a good person. However, because you're going through this spiritual awakening, the more light you shine, the more shadow you cast, which can mean that like other people don't want you to advance in love, or other people don't want you to advance in, and this is what I've been dealing with. So there's a spiritual attack possibly you need to be very careful of. Someone may come into your peripheral, into your field that is like not good for you at all, okay? And this can be other energies. Yeah, there's changes coming with love. These energies, like, they're just going to put you into a spiral of a never-ending story if you were to go after that person. So be very guarded with your energy and ask Spirit to only bring you forward people of love and light and that are good, there for your good intention. Like, don't open yourself up to, because anything comes in, like everything comes in. Trust me, I know, especially when we're vulnerable. Recent past, please, for Elaine. King of Cups, so there's a masculine here in your recent past. He cares about you very much. They come up in the upright. So what's after that? Yeah, I mean, this could be someone that you were in a friendship with and then it turned into love, or they offered love to you and you turned it down or didn't want it, or the love was there but more love friendship than like love, if that makes sense. More than romance itself. So this could have been you wanting this from this person. I think that you still know this person. I think that you're still in contact with them. Now this may be the person coming into your future, so this may develop into something a lot more than just like that initial caring and loving and sharing and whatever, because I don't see the romance, but this person is a soulmate, okay, which means that they're in your life for a reason. I think they're a very positive person, okay, super positive person. You care a lot about this person. I feel that you still care a lot about this person, okay? They are a masculine, okay? They're not a feminine. You've got a lot of new beginnings coming up. Now, this could be in a lot of different things. I'm also picking up the energy of this person still in your life, okay? Near future, we have, present, there is communication coming in, possibly from him. So this may not be over, this person, because we've got the Six of Cups. This may be past energy coming back in, or they're still in your life and it's developing into something. So I don't know if that makes sense. This could be twin flame energy. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. Now, for those of you who don't know me, when the Eight of Pentacles comes up, especially if the Four of Wands comes up with it, it's like 100,000% a twin flame. Okay, so we'll see what comes out with this. We've got the Lovers at the bottom of the deck, like that. And there's the twin flame card. This could definitely be a twin flame. Now, on the post section of my channel, there is an explanation what twin flames and soulmates are about. I used to think we had one twin flame, I actually think we have more than one twin flame, because we've got so many different timelines, and simultaneously different parts of ourselves are living in different timelines. And also, like, yeah, Spirit said, and that's it. So there's like different timelines we have different twin flames with, all simultaneously. That's what I believe anyway. Okay, so we have the Lovers and the twin flames. So I do feel he is a twin flame. Okay, let's have a look. I do see this person still in your energy. You need to let your guard down here. You need to let love in with this person. If you want to cultivate this recent relationship or past person, it is available for you. Okay, it really is. It's up to you. If that's what you want, if you want to cultivate something more with them, you can. And you're conflicted about this. You're not sure. You're like, well, maybe there's somebody better, or maybe they're not the one. I do feel that they're an integral part of your life. Okay. So you need to get grounded, because you're not grounded right now, exactly where you need to be. We talked about spiritual awakening. We talked about you being clear. But Spirit wants you to do a grounding exercise. Okay. Five of Cups in the reverse. I think that you're opening up more emotionally with this being in the reverse here. You're being open. You're wanting them to be open. So you could be having a conversation. I'm seeing Swords energy. They could be a Sagittarius, Leo. They could be a water sign. There's a lot of passion here. There's definitely communication either happened or happening right now or coming in very soon. Okay. All right. Which will bring about like a lot of happiness, I do feel. Like if you but if you were like focused on this person and like communicating with them and finding out how they feel too, you're going to get the answers you need. You're going to get that clarity, right? So don't be conflicted in your mind about like what you're going to say. The words will just come out, Spirit's saying. Okay, if you still have feelings and you still want to pursue this, I think you're undecided. There could be something going on with this person's life that they're carrying some sort of baggage, and you're like, do I want to carry this baggage with them? I do feel for them, I do care, I do even love them, but I'm not sure whether I want to carry the baggage. So you need to be clear and you need to communicate with them. All right, step into your spiritual, right? Okay, let's have a look. One more card. So what are you communicating and possible outcome? And then, yeah, so you need to open up communication. Four of Swords in the reverse. Whatever you've been thinking about, mulling on, ruminating on, you need to open up now. Be very clear, be very concise. Don't be muddled in your heart, in your mind. Look at all these swords now coming out. There's conversations coming through. Okay. You're going to say exactly what you need, and I think that you're going to like really put like, these are my wish, like, no, it's not like a boundary setting. It's like this is what I want out of my life. This is what I want out of a relationship. Do you think you're going to be able to provide that to me? Are you interested in cultivating something again or continuing to? Okay. That was your reading. Thank you, Debbie. I will check my PayPal. If you're saying it come on a different person's name. I don't know who in his will. Do you know who in his will is? Thank you, Maeve Real Estate, but I will have to put you on the list. I don't think I've got like, thank you. And please delete that person if they're going to. Please stop scamming, okay? Whoever they are, they may not really know. Okay, so I don't know if you know in his will. Okay, so post your question. If you can make it a specific question, that would be really, really good, because we'll be able to get to the heart of it. I'm also going to have a break after Debbie's reading. Okay. I'm seeing 10 of Pentacles. I'm seeing money with you, Debbie. So it may be a financial question, but I'm seeing like abundance, money. Let's pull a card. I'm just going to grab a card from here. The Spirit's leading me to this deck. Sanctuary. Something about, okay, You did mine. Just one more question. Maybe a new job with travel? Question mark. There is a new beginning with travel. 100%. We've got the beginnings card at the bottom of the deck on that bike, and the bike, you know, has wheels. So obviously this just talks about travel. Very Aries energy, very full card energy. Okay. I'm shuffling down below because my arm's just getting a bit sore. Okay. All right. So I have the list and I can't put the list on it. I'm going to read it in a minute. Let me just do Debbie's reading. I'll read the list and then I'll have a break. Okay. There is some sort of new exciting beginning here. And I feel that, you know, Debbie, if you feel you haven't done your healing, we all have healing. We continues to go through the healing. It's not like, there's this feeling like you want to, how can I explain this? You don't want to do something new until you close something else out. Right. But there's a new start to you. Okay, so something could approach you. Okay. So you could be approached with an offer. There's something really exciting. This is Ace of Wands energy, action energy, fire energy, okay? And, you know, you are being supported by Spirit in your dreams, in what you want to bring in here. And there is big changes coming up. And I do feel there's travel, 100%. Now, if it's travel and work, or it may be either or, okay, or both. But there is abundance. I saw the Ten of Pentacles before. I don't know if you heard me, but I saw the abundance card, the Ten of Pentacles, changes, look at that. So that house moving on the zebra's back. So you may go, Africa's coming through, right? Like, but there's also like, this card mainly means that you're moving somewhere, you're doing something, you're making this movement here, okay? All right. Because the change in the wind, going somewhere unique, going somewhere rare, going from one place to another it is definitely coming out. And the Ten of Pentacles energy is coming out with this abundance. So it's almost like you feel possibly that you want to make a financial situation before, and you may need to, all right? You may really need to look at your budget and how much you want to spend, and, you know, you may go somewhere. I'm also picking up really strong Europe, and especially France. There's something here about medieval times or castles, or you like the oldie worldy architecture and structures and things like that's coming through. I'm also seeing England, specifically actually Scotland is coming through, okay? So I don't know if you wanted to go to France or Scotland, but I'm seeing that UK sort of Europe area, all right? So maybe that's where you live right now. I don't know where you live. Okay, let's have a look. Near future for Debbie. Then I'm going to read the list. There's something about, this is very specific, and you may know someone on the northeast England, okay, is coming through. Liverpool's coming through as well, which isn't northeast, it's more like west central, okay. So there's definitely something about the UK here. All right. Or Scotland, or both. There's something here about snow as well. Maybe you want to go somewhere where there's snow, or when it's snowy season, or next winter, or the end, more towards the end of the year. That's also coming through. So you're very positive in your manifestation here. You know what you want. I see you also writing a list. I'm seeing the actual word Rome. So you may have listed London, Paris, Rome type of thing. Don't know if that makes sense to you. It's not the right time yet, okay? Judgment in reverse. It's not the time for it to happen right now. Okay, let's have a look and see. But it will be, I feel, because you've got that Ten of Pentacles energy. Can you clarify that, please, Spirit, with the Ten of Pentacles? There you are. There you are, going off, having the journey, being excited. When you do, Debbie, let me know. Because I really want to travel, and I've got money, but I've got no one to travel with me. And I'm like looking at more so like the end of like mid 2027, like August, September. Like I hate that, like being a single woman and like having the funds to do it, but having no one to do it with because no one like can afford to. That sounds really bad. Anyway, I'll get in touch with you. Maybe we'll make a plan to go somewhere together. It'd be nice to have a travel buddy, right? I don't mind going my own places, but it'd be nice to. Okay, Spirit wants you to have a double think, like a second think about what's going on in the world, because I'm also getting Persia and Syria, like that Middle Eastern area. So just like have a look at that, have a look at flights and things like that as well, depending upon when you want to go, if you're going. There's something about Turkey, or maybe you've always wanted to go to one of those Turkish bazaars. Okay, you're doing a lot of research right now. Take your time. Take your time. You're looking at your finances as well, but I don't see that being a problem. I'm getting Italy's going to be a highlight for you. I think that there's something there about the customs and the family and the food and like how people get together, and food is their like religion sort of thing over there. France is similar, but Italy is very like standing out for me. All right, especially like Rome came through. There's something about country. You don't want to go alone. Something about not wanting to go alone. Who's this person? Let's get rid of this person. All right, they may not be spamming or saying anything wrong, but I just have a feeling there. Okay, the Hermit in the reverse. You don't want to go alone, but you trust that it's sort of like, well, I wouldn't have to rely upon anyone else. So that if you went with someone else, it would have to definitely be like they'd have to have the same vision as you, or want to do the same like things as you. Yeah, so I do feel like an alone energy, although, you know, yeah, I do feel that you're going on your own, but you will meet people, like if you do go on your own. I've got about 30 minutes, okay. Send me an email, Debbie, let me know if that resonated. We've got about 35 minutes till the end of the live. So what I'm going to do is just have a quick break, because I've been talking my ass off for an hour and a half now. If you want to go, while I'm doing that, if you want to go back to the beginning of the live and have a look at the collective, if you want to still stick around and wait, I'm going to read the list. We've got Dolphin, Chetna, Stella, Amos, Lupa or Lopa, Catherine, Ashish, sorry Catherine, Ashish, Blessings, Ermel, Jamie, Catherine, Muskan, and that's it. Okay, I won't get through everyone. I'm not going to like sugarcoat this. This is not, yeah. I'm not gonna be getting through everyone. Hi Capricorn Sun. Hi Felicia. I will not get to you today, Felicia or Capricorn Sun. If you want to donate, you will be next. But anyone, probably the next 4 people will probably be it. So if you're not Dolphin, Chetna, Stella or Amos, you're probably not going to get your reading today. And I apologize, but I only do 2-hour readings, because I do, I've got private readings, I do daily readings, I do shorts. So I do a lot of other stuff, and not just like my lives. So, yeah, but if your turn is last, you're not going to get your reading today, Muskan. So tune in tomorrow at same time, 6 p.m. New York Eastern Standard Time. If you can get on around 6 and be on time, you'll be earlier on the list, or you can donate. And I know that, like, for those that are new here, like, it's a bit of a bummer when they come on and they can't get their reading. I get it, I understand, but I could sit on here all day. Like, I could literally sit on here for 8 to 12 hours. I know Eddie does that sometimes. I don't know how he does it. All right, I won't be too long. I could do that all day, but I'm not going to. Okay, I need to sort of like, thank you, Muskan. Come on at 6 a.m. or sorry, 6 p.m. New York Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. And if you're on time at 6 p.m., you will definitely get your reading. So set your alarm. I won't be too long. I'm going to have a quick break. I won't be too long. Thank you, Sheila. Post your question, please. Thank you. If you did donate, let me have a look. Yes, you did. Post your question. Or was that Elaine? Elaine, did you donate for someone, or did you donate for yourself? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know who donated, please. Okay, Elaine, post your question. Thank you. And I would suggest with this new moon, guys, to do some cord cutting. If you need to cord cut from any dark entity, energy, I will be doing some cord cutting today. I have loved John without knowing, have I loved John without knowing it before? Like in a past life, do you mean? Or, let me have a look, see what's here. Do you mean like in a past life scenario, or subconsciously in this life? Before, okay. Has Elaine loved John before? Show me clearly. Show me clearly, please. No, I don't feel, well, no, I don't think so. I think this twin flame, John, has come into your life at this point. I don't feel like they're a gift to you 100%. I don't feel that you've known them, because we've got the new life and the word new, right? This person brings you a lot of peace. You've got new life here. It says new life, so this is new. Thank you, Stella. I'll do you next. I appreciate your donations, guys. I really do. I'm going to buy a carnelian crystal this evening because like that leadership, confidence, like I feel I need like a little bit of that back in my life, because I've been off for 2 months off work and I've sort of lost a little bit of I don't know, not confidence, but I don't know, things have been a bit dull. Okay, so I don't think that you have known them before. Let's see what the cards say. Just to clarify this, has Elaine known John before in a past life, spirit, as a twin flame? Oh, that's interesting. So you could have known them in a past life, but not that they weren't your twin flame in a past life, but they are now, if that makes sense. They could have been a family member, right? They could have been part of your soul tribe, friendship even, but I don't feel it's twin flame energy, right? They could have been like a brother, a sister. We all have different, like, yeah. And there was a tower. There was something tragically that happened to them in a past life. How interesting. They're treated very unfairly, not necessarily by you, but in a situation. Have I ever fallen for him, I meant? I don't feel so. This could have been, okay, this spirit's saying taboo. So this could have been a taboo relationship where you did have love for this person or a crush on them, but you couldn't have them. They could have been married, but I don't see like the connection being there, as in like anything happening, but you could have had a crush on them. And yeah, and the star in reverse, you couldn't have been, they could have been unattainable, or you couldn't have them for some reason. All right, they could have been at a distance from you. They could have even been like a second cousin or something, and you weren't allowed to marry. It's very unusual here. Okay, let's have a look and see what else is here. This is past life, spirit. Yeah, you knew that if you made a decision to be with this person in a past life, it would have caused a lot of conflict. Okay, a lot of conflict. Only paid readings now, Priya, because I'm doing donated readings now. And I've been on for nearly 2 hours, and these readings will probably last, with Stella being there, up to the 2 hour mark. Okay, so it would have caused a lot of conflict. Look at that Five of Swords as well. The changes, if you created a change in the relationship that you had in that life, it would have caused too much pain and conflict, definitely with others. Okay, so it was like a taboo, or what's the saying? Yeah, there's a lot of confusion here. There was a lot of emotional upset or confusion. You possibly, or he possibly, like you possibly knew you both had a crush on each other, but it couldn't happen. All right, it couldn't happen for whatever reason. And you sort of watched him from afar, Page of Swords. So you observed each other from afar, and there was just too many boundaries. Look at that, too many boundaries, and it took healing in the past life, and even now continuing in this life, to be able to break through taboos. That's interesting too. There's something about forbidden love or unrequited love here. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it really. Stella, post your first question. Let me just pull 2 more cards out. Yeah, so now he's being gifted. That's what I said before, like there's a gift here. What's this card at the top of the deck? Oh wow, exchanging gifts. Yeah, so he's been gifted to you to make this work this time, okay? But I wouldn't say you were in a love relationship, like there was a stall, there was a stop to it, there was a forbiddenness to it, okay? Priya, I just let you know that I've been on nearly 2 hours. I'll be on tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. New Eastern Standard Time. If you get on at 6 p.m. on the dot and you get on early, you'll be able to get a free reading, because I've been on here today for nearly 2 hours. I normally do around 2 hours. If I get donations, they do remain priority. But I try and get through as many free reads, and I think I do a lot of free readings. Elaine knows this, Jamie knows this. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I do give my energy and time to free readings a lot, okay? Like so much. But you guys that did donate, just like I'll just let you know that I will be buying my carnelian crystal. Hopefully they have them at the shop I'm going to. I hope so. And then I'll have it tomorrow morning, my time, tomorrow evening, your time, here with me. If you have crystals, guys, like I was going to say before, like it's the new moon in Taurus, it's really important. If there's any old energy hanging around, any old people's energy, and we'll be looking at shadow stuff a little bit tomorrow. I think I'll do that. Okay, what's coming towards you? There's a need to clear out, sage, cleanse. You know, I'm just going to do the whole lot today. Sage, salt, everything. Okay. Cord cutting, like the whole lot. So that's my morning, and also to do Monday's reading. So if the dailies are on the video section of my channel, guys, go ahead and look at the dailies. I didn't do any over the weekend because I did a weekend read yesterday on the live, so go check out yesterday's live. And it is time stamped there with all the signs. It's 5 minutes per sign, so check out your sun, moon, rising. Okay. Well, it's New York Eastern Standard Time at 6 p.m. Okay, tomorrow. Where do you live, Priya? Go ahead and look at like what time it is now in New York, and then you'll be able to work that time out. Okay. Okay, so you need to look online and look at what time it is in New York right now, okay? And then minus 3 hours from it, okay? Because that's when I'll be on live. New York City, yes, in the US. Okay, so find out what time it is in New York now, and then minus 3 hours from, well, look at your time now in India, okay, and minus 3 hours from it. That's when I'll be on live next. Okay. All right. What's coming towards Stella? I'm going to use the Wisdom of the Oracle. No, I'm not. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot. Those cards are ready. There's more clarity coming to you, by the way, whatever you're wondering about, asking about. Let's have a look at recent past. Yeah, okay. I hate this card. I hate the depiction on this card. Two of Swords, Two of Swords, High Priestess. So yeah, recent past, there's been conflict. You've had a decision to make. You've possibly used your intuition to make this decision, or you found it hard to tap in, I'm hearing, to your intuition, to what your higher self is trying to tell you, what your spirit guides are trying to tell you. And definitely a choice that you've had to make, 100%. So you got 2-2, you could have been seeing twos. Twos are all about choices, decisions, okay? Yeah, so Spirit is really saying in the present moment, if you haven't done this 7 on the screen and 7 on the card, this is your 7th chakra, the crown chakra, to really like just sit in silence, open up your crown chakra. So if you don't do that, just sit and be open to awareness of your spirit team and ask for guidance. So I feel that you've had a decision to make. You've tried to use your intuition, you haven't got the answer, and Spirit's asking you now to open, like in the present, to open up and ask your guides for signs. Just because you feel that you're not wise on this, or you don't have enough information on this to make a decision, or you're unsure whether you'll be dedicated to it if you do make a decision. Let me know if this is making sense. Stella, please. Okay, yeah, and Spirit's saying to choose wisely. You're worried about whatever choice you make, it's not going to be a wise decision. You're worried you're going to make the wrong choice about a person, a situation, a job, a move, whatever it is, travel, whatever it is. Okay, so we'll clarify this in a second. We'll try and look at what the decision is and if Spirit can give more information on this. So let me know if this is resonating. You're really wanting to go after some sort of dream, but you're super worried that it's going to create like more chaos, more conflict, more confusion for yourself. You're really like, there's a lot of confusion here about what decision to make. Hi, Paula. I'm sorry, I'm going to be leaving the feed in 10 minutes. So if you missed your reading today, unless you donate now, and I will honor that donation if you do, I will see you tomorrow. Let's have a look. Yeah. You're needing to trust yourself more. There's a lot of patience required here, Stella, in this, in taking the time to make your decision. And as I said that, the patience card has come out, which is Sagittarius energy, okay? You want to plant a seed. You want to begin something new. You're very unsure about how to begin or if you're even making the right choice at all. And there's a lot of this energy going on in the moment, right? Because we've got that Pluto, the underworld, the subconscious, your fears, okay? So if you haven't looked at certain things in your past that you need to release, or people that you need to do it now, there's something very paranormal about your reading. Just want to say a bit para here. There's a bit of paranormal activity going on around you, like Spirit is trying to help you. Oh, okay. You've got a block here. You've got a block, and it could be a dark energy that is trying to block your decision or choice, or make like, yeah, because of the third eye, because of the crown chakra that I've seen in your reading today, I do feel that someone is trying to fuck with your energy on a mental level. It's really hard to tap in. You need to ask Archangel Michael for protection to be able to move forward. And if in doubt, don't make the decision yet, but make sure you're clearing your energy, right? And you're going to plant a seed in the future, but you're going to have to be patient with the result. You're not going to get results immediately, but you're going to be intuitively guided to do something, okay? You've got the 8 of Cups in the reverse. I want it in the upright. This is prayer. This is emotionally putting yourself on the line to understand that whatever's going on in your life with a person, place, whatever, there's something that's not emotionally fulfilling you and you need to move away from it. And that's why it's so hard to make that decision, okay? Because it includes either another person, like you really need to communicate with your guides here, throat chakra. You need to open up with yourself as well, to be honest. And you will, just like with a bit of a silver lining here, because you got the Sun, you will get the results you need, but you really have to talk to spirit. You also have to talk to this dark energy, which is what I'm going to do today. Protect your energy before you do that. You need to speak to this dark energy that is envious, that is jealous. This person, this entity, whatever it is trying to block your decision or block you to even make one. They just want you to sort of like, they fucking just want you to like not just be extremely in the clouds and just like, yeah, look at him holding his, like, it looks, he's actually holding a mask, but it looks to me like you're putting your hand on your head as well. You're going to get the clarity you need if you ask for spirit, but you need to clear some energies out here. Do some cord cutting. Who do you need to cord cut from? Who do you not want to listen to, talk to, see? Who do you not want their fucking energy around anymore in your life? Because I'm getting annoyed with this. It's like you're really frustrated as well. Okay, so let's get more information. Post your second question in a second. What seed is it that you're planting? It's going to require sacrifice though. Like, it's going to require you to release something or someone. So that's why maybe it's really hard to emotionally withdraw from a person or walk away knowing that, like, this isn't going to satisfy me. This job isn't going to satisfy me. This person isn't going to satisfy me. So I don't know who it is you're like, or what it is. You're going to get more information. Knight of Swords. Could be from a woman as well. It could be about a masculine, or it could be from a woman or a man. Okay, to walk towards your Nine of Cups, you need more information, especially about either one or two people in your life. Okay, could be, oh, look at that, masculine. Two of Swords, Two of Swords. So this decision is about a masculine. It's definitely, or about your stability. If it's not about a masculine, it's about your stability. Maybe someone else doesn't like, someone else maybe also need to make a decision about you or about your relationship with this person. Could be a father figure, could be a boss, could be someone who's very controlling as well. And you need more clarity, and you need to set boundaries with yourself around this person. There is something trying to control your energy, and I do feel it's like spiritual attack here, unfortunately, but you know, it happens to us all, which tells me that you're super spiritual, because the more light you shine, the more shadow you will cast, and the more dark energies will want to come in and get a piece of you, because they don't want you to succeed. Okay, yeah, they don't want your creative new beginning to happen, because it's going to leave them in a place of abandonment in some sort of way. Stella, I hope this is making sense to you. This is very specific. Children could be involved, okay, also, or a child. There could be an apology. Someone could be coming in to apologize. If they are, it's Seven of Swords, okay. There's definitely a woman involved. Emperor and Empress could be a couple of people. This could be you really needing to get more clarity, get the answers from spirit, be patient, and emotionally withdraw, definitely from a person or from the past. Put yourself first, the Empress. Bottom of the deck, let's see what's here. Eight of Wands, there's definitely communication coming in. Someone could even be coming to apologize. Oh, wow. Page of Cups. Someone could be coming to apologize. I love you, like, I won't do it again. Sincereness. It doesn't have to be love. It can be like, it doesn't have to be about romance. I'm talking about romance here, Stella. I'm talking about someone in your life who keeps coming back to try and get a piece of you, okay? It could have to do with a child. You could be the mother. You could have a child and their older child. It could be anyone you know that is just like wearing a false mask, okay? I'm seeing very strong Seven of Swords energy, and you're needing to emotionally detach from this person. They need to figure something out themselves. Spirit is going to lead you to emotionally detach from someone and commit to emotionally attach from them, okay? And this is not like, it doesn't have to be a love situation. Okay, this can be a parent, a child, yes, family, but I mean, it's very strong, like, family energy here. General reading, Let's see what else we have for you in a general. Okay. Thank you for being here for the live. I'll be on tomorrow at 6 p.m. New York Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to look at what time it is in your country, wherever you are now, minus 3 hours from that time, and it will be exactly that time I'll be on. I'll make sure that I am on at 6 p.m. New York Eastern Standard Time. So look at your time on the clock, wherever you are, 3 hours, minus 3 hours, I will be online. So, you know, if you want to set your alarm, you can be on first or one of the first few and get your reading 100%. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look at a different situation here. You got go the distance, striving towards something, striving towards the finish line, wanting to end something, complete something, be successful at something. Spirit saying to continue moving forward, like go the distance. There's something in your life that you want to do and Spirit wants you to continue pursuing it, okay? Well, it's someone in your life, Stella. It may be an old friend who's trying to come back in. It may be somebody's trying to siphon your energy, 100% with that reading. And it has a lot to do with like why you can't make certain decisions. Never-ending story. If you invite someone back into your life, this is showing me it's going to be a never-ending story. Things need to change. There's changes coming in regards to travel here, possibly where you live, where you want to go towards. But whatever you're going to pursue, and I think this is career and business, Spirit's saying like we need to like move on this, you need to action this, it's really good for you, okay? So anything to do with business, creativity, a job, a career path, study, anything's going to be really good. There needs to be some sort of change. But whoever's coming back in, now you may not see it yet, but someone is coming back in that's going to really try and confuse you, all right? There's some sort of energy. If it's not a particular person, sorry, we're talking about the reading I just did. If it's not a specific person, it's an energy that's still trying to siphon your energy. We can have energy vampires that are not in our literal physical space, okay? They're entities. They're like demons, okay? If that makes sense. Stella, just hold on. I will take your last question in a second. Right, let's have a look. There's a risk you need to take. Now, it may be on love. I don't know if you're looking for love or not. There may be a risk. But I feel it's more like something you really want to do. It could be travel, but I do feel it's like very business, so it should be travel and business. You could want to travel for work or move to travel, like move to work. Move to a different place, different town, different country even. Like you want some sort of adventure, very Aries energy here, okay? And it's coming in for you. Look at that. Now the Ace of Wands is in the upright. So I think you just need to go back and really look at the reading that we just did, because until you cut that bond, that tie, that cord, that energetic cord with whoever's trying to siphon your energy, this does not mean even that you met this person in this life. This could be an energy that's trying to fuck with you, because dark energies, they can come and affect anyone. I'll give you an example. Say if you go in a haunted house and you're a paranormal investigator and I've just got a sharp pain, like I'm okay, but it's just like a headache pain that's just gone through, like they will try and you know, if you go in a, sorry, I was saying, and they don't want me to say it because they don't want me to explain this. If you do a paranormal investigation on a house, you don't know any of those dark energies, if there is any in that house. But, you know, if you're there, they're going to fuck with you. Or they could fuck with you, right? If you allow it. I do feel that there could be a very strong friendship or even love relationship. But if you're not looking for love, a definitely strong connection, a spiritual connection, right? With someone that's coming in. And it could be because of this Ace of Wands. It could be because of this abundance. And they're female. I do feel they're a female energy. Okay. Post your question. Time is ticking. There's something about your community as well. Possibly like something going on where you live, or a group you can join, or somewhere you're going soon to see an art gallery, or there's some opening, or there's something here as well about that. All right, Stella, post your last question. Please make it specific. There's definitely some sort of elevation here for you, like there's abundance, and that's why this dark energy is trying to mess with you, because it doesn't want you to see that new beginning. Now it could be like that, for example, like I'm putting out a lot of examples because I need to sometimes. Like, say you want to start a spiritual business. There may be so many things that happen to you to stop you starting that spiritual business, because entities on the other side in the spirit realm don't want you to bring positive messages and support and hope and help to the collective. Okay, I found this a lot when I started my channel, and it still happens sometimes that they don't want me to speak, or they don't want me to be, you know, they want me to have a bad night's sleep so I don't wake up in the morning and get onto my live. It happens constantly. Okay, right, and that's natural, Stella, with your last question. That's human response, that's normal. We're all like have fear. So let's pull out some shadow energy, because you're talking about fears here, really. Let's pull out some shadow cards. What advice do you have for Stella? So we're going to use a little bit different. I'm going to use some oracles. What advice do you have with this energy that Stella's got to fear because of security, to move or do something different, or to travel? What energy can you bring forward for advice? Right. Wow. So you are responsible for your happiness. That's what this is saying. There's something about love here, and loving what you do, wanting to go somewhere and really like have passion and love for the travel or the new adventure. Okay, and I'm seeing Page of Wands in my mind's eye. And I think once you make the decision, and you will get the answer from Spirit, you will this year put yourself first and make that decision. So you have a responsibility here for your own happiness and to follow your dreams. And we're going to use tarot in a second. Yeah, here's that love and intimacy. Now, I don't know if you're interested in love or intimacy, but there's something about possibly meeting a love interest soulmate. If you do make this decision to travel, there's something here about really putting your own needs first. So you may feel like you've got some sort of responsibility to another person right now, when really you're just responsible for yourself. And something's holding you back. What's holding you back is you feel that there needs to be like a narrative. I'm hearing collective. There needs to be a narrative of like you work, you pay your rent, you buy your food, you see friends now and again, and you continue on that spiral. Okay, it's breaking free of that chain, right? It's devil energy, the number 15. And I'm hearing the word loop, and I'm getting a lot of throat chakra issues at the moment. So you definitely need to protect your energy, because someone is not wanting you to break free out of your mold that you've created. Okay, right. Let's see. I do feel there's some sort of love relationship here. Just these two cards. Show me, what's this love and intimacy? The Lovers, intimacy. Number 19 is the Sun card. This is very Sun. Do you have a fear? You don't have to say whether you do. There's maybe fear of intimacy here. You're conflicted in your own mind, like when you meet people, whether there is a love vibe there. Like, I feel that ultimately you want love in your life. All right, I'm just going to leave that at that. Let's have a quick look at any tricks that may be coming up and the energy surrounding it. Magician, you can create anything you want. You can bring anything you want, and that's the truth. Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. As long as you commit yourself, I'm going to start this, I'm going to follow it through, I'm going to do it. This is like me yesterday, lying on the sofa doing crunches on my core. And I was like, I'm going to continue doing this, or is this like a sudden burst of energy just to do it today? So it's about committing yourself to something here. So when you travel, you're going to have to commit to doing it. There's something here about definitely money, possibly like, I'm seeing like Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Pentacles. Let's see what comes out. Too many cards, Spirit. Oh my goodness. There's definitely something super creative coming in. Something just fell on the floor, so I'm not picking it up. There's a masculine coming in. There's definitely a masculine. 7 of Cups. You may not be looking for love, Stella, and this relationship's going to confuse you. Because you're going to be like, oh, I really have an attraction to this person, and I feel that you may meet them on this trip. It's definitely an overseas trip. It's definitely over water. Okay. Especially with that momentum energy. Boats may be significant, or going on a boat. I do feel there's a lot of conflict in regards to romance and like intimacy. 100%. And there's maybe a need to work on that in healing. Doesn't mean say you be in a relationship or you want a relationship, but there's a need to like, yeah, look at that conflict. You're really conflicted about how things would change because you really like being on your own. But there is a masculine coming in. I'm just saying, okay, you're probably going to meet him on this trip. You have a very strong attraction here because of trust issues. Because of the burden that like a new relationship could bring. But there is someone coming in towards you. Knight of Wands, all right? And you will meet them on this trip. Anything else? Anything else, please, Spirit? Yeah, you're going to have a lot of fun. You're definitely traveling. You're going to be very open to, if you can be really open to love or romance at least, this is definitely the time to do so. Spirit is giving you the green light and putting people in your future. There's the world. So you are traveling and people are putting people in your future that are just like really light up your life. Okay, we've got the Sun card. They really light up your life. They're going to be like, there's a lot of celebration here. 3 of Cups. There's definitely dealings with others, meeting new people. It's really nice, but there's a fear of intimacy and a fear of trust and confusion in how you feel about love and intimacy. And possibly you're saying like, if I want to be responsible for myself, my own happiness, I'm not having love in my life. That's maybe what you've been telling yourself for a very long time. That was your reading. Thank you for being here, guys, today. And I will see you. My goodness, I've been talking for 2 hours. 2 hours and 10 minutes to be precise. Okay, I will see you all tomorrow. 6 p.m. New York Eastern Standard Time. Find out what time that is in your country or in your state. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye, Jamie. Thank you. Bye-bye. You have a good night, guys. Go to bed. Someone needs to be told to go to bed.